Anything to get out of something is an excuse.
I'm not feeling well. I don't give head.
Olari made me do it.
I didn't see your missed call.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Or you're trying to cover up your mess up. So you say something completely different.
This is the most interesting show to make landfall on television, with the three most interesting men who are capable of holding on to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Men's Corner.
Today, the topic, excuses. First off, let's say, Andre Blaze, you're welcome. And of course, Mr. Ebuka, you're welcome. Guys, excuses. First off, what are excuses? What would you say?
The stuff you remember having said and cringed about later. Those
That's it for you?
That's it for me. Especially those. Ibuka, your turn.
A boring life.
Isn't it what you know words, but you're just like, how do I define this now?
You know what it is, but you really can't say exactly.
Probably something you say, or excuse has to be said, right?
Or acted out.
Acted out
I guess,
to sort of
somehow.
make a fault or a flaw.
Yeah, or
blame.
to pass the buck on
Pass
to
the
someone
buck or
else.
make
Yeah.
something less.
Yeah. Reduce the significance of an error.
English is hard.
Unusually so. Unusually
I
so.
was like, less what now?
If you ask me, I'd say excuses are alternate
Alternate excuses.
no, not excuses. Alternate scenarios you might give
Really?
in
Scenarios?
place. Yeah.
How bad have yours been? They jump right to scenarios.
No, but you will give an alternate scenario or whatever it is. Just say, no, it's not like that. This is how it happened. Or,
Or this is why.
this is why. No. When you say this is why it happened.
No, if you
becomes
ever
a
have to
reason.
make
You're giving-
an
you're-
excuse for
you
why
make-
a thing happened, that's the worst kind of excuse that there is.
But you're given a reason for why whatever it was happened. So that's
Yeah,
it.
but if it's an excuse, that's not the real reason, though, is
we
it?
just threw, that's two words side by side. Excuses and reason.
Is
To give a
Mazzino
reason.
secretly trying to justify giving excuses
No.
while he's talking about excuses?
I'm laying out everything, every possible word that might be used
Because
in place
excuses
of
and
or
reason,
for.
are they the same thing? Because an excuse could be a complete lie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And an excuse could be you saying completely, okay, I didn't even do it.
That was not me.
Yeah, but the reason you're
I did
explaining
not
why
have
it happened,
sexual
isn't it?
relations.
Does that make sense? Like with the reason you're actually saying why it happened.
I think a reason would be logical.
Okay?
An excuse would normally.
Just be anything that comes to your
Yeah,
head.
yeah. The
You know,
first plot in the
exactly.
storm.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, those are excuses.
Don't
but
you
then
know I'm
again-
a twin?
But I don't think. You know what she just did there?
Let's not tell them.
We're good, we're good. But you know what I think, yeah? I lost my train of thought, but I'm just gonna pretend like. But do you give excuses?
Everybody gives excuses. Of course I give excuses.
When was the last time you gave an excuse?
I probably gave one today. Probably gave one yesterday. I don't know. I don't know that it's something you keep track of.
But do you think you give okay,
because
good.
sometimes the excuses are actually valid.
Do you think okay? I was gonna ask if you think your excuses are healthy.
Yeah, sometimes they are valid, sometimes they are healthy, sometimes you just make them up because you just need to get out of the situation. So I don't know that I keep track of when last I gave one, but it's something we humans do just to...
No, but I think you would always remember the ones that you gave that were truly stupendously large and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that stay with you your entire life.
I saw a thread on Twitter sometime last week. The girl put up, what was the lamest excuse a guy has ever given you for anything he did?
I'm
It
guessing.
was the funniest. If you see the replies, I couldn't believe it. There was one that stood out for me. So this guy, she said, I saw him with my ATM card. And I asked him why he had it. He was like, oh, he wanted to find himself.
Your ATM card.
Dude was about to go all out and spend her money.
Oh boy.
So that is a stupid excuse.
Do you think men give more excuses than women? I know this is the whole battle of the sexist thing again, but do you think we do?
Yeah. No, I don't think we give more, not necessarily in terms of volume, but I think we give much stupider excuses than women do. Women know when to just bite it and go, you know what? Yeah, I screwed up. The L is on me.
But the man
Men
will keep going.
No, it was not me. My twin brother's been missing since birth.
Do you have those moments where you're giving an excuse and you know they can tell you're just
Yeah, but you
being an
just
idiot?
go.
But you're just like, you know what, I'm
just
going
go
to
with
stand on
it.
this point.
That sounds like every day of my life,
You're just gonna be like-
for a while.
They're like, no,
Oh my
I
jeez.
washed the plates.
So why is it
But
here
it's just
dirty?
both of us that live in. I don't
if
know.
Do I know who
me,
you?
it's
Do I know who came to visit you?
And when I do that, you're just watching TV. Because you don't want to. I will not turn left and look at you.
Oh boy. But
It's different.
can we absolutely clarify the difference between that and, you know, if you're given a reason? Okay, fine. I think what you just said is an excuse would definitely be
Just,
have shades of lies in it.
yeah, an excuse be valid, but it could just be anything. But I think a reason explains this situation.
Logically.
Okay, so why didn't you do the dishes?
Yeah.
Then you say why you didn't do the dishes. But an excuse is, I did it.
What do you
What
mean?
are you talking- I've been washing plates since morning.
Look at my hands. Look how callous they are from washing this place.
Okay, when was the last time you gave an excuse?
I can't remember the last time I gave an excuse. I could remember the worst excuse I've given in recent times.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Not on your
Oh,
line.
come on, man.
Not on your
Make this
Why do you
fun,
start
man.
these things and not
I don't
conclusive?
know.
Okay, worst excuse I've given in recent times.
That's it. Go on, you can do
Okay,
this.
so, well, I embarked on this
Embarked.
I embarked on this challenge. And
You know, let's just switch to female contributors because it's about to start again.
No, hang on.
A challenge
I
of
embarked
40
on this
days,
challenge.
no drink.
and
Is
it was no, not that. I
It's
embarked
always
on
a
this
challenge. Every
that was
season there's
great.
a new challenge.
Dude, unlike you, I actually like to explore things in myself
I'm
as opposed to
sorry,
my
sir.
head. Okay? Anyway, I embarked on this challenge and it went south. And I should have admitted that I had failed or that I had been incapable of continuing or finishing with it, but I didn't. And a little while later, a friend of mine walked in on me while I was doing something which I specifically had said I was done doing. No. Unlike you,
But you can see how that will be.
are you guys serious?
Walked in on me doing.
If a guy walks in on me,
Doing.
if a guy walks in on me saluting the general, you think that will not be the weirdest moment of both of our lives?
Guys,
We will both wind up
tell
in
you
you know
what.
what? Let's just get away from here now.
now
we're
please,
done.
let's check out what the male
You guys are
contributors-
perverts.
Mazina is a bad friend. that's why.
Mazino's a horrible person.
what our male contributors have to say about excuses, and we'll be back.
And this work
Excuses are stories that we generate to avoid doing certain things.
Excuses are you just trying to explain away your shortcomings and make them seem okay.
Very, very important reasons why you cannot do some specific things or why some specific things cannot happen.
Actions or words that people do or say to be able to get out of a commitment or not to do something that they have committed to do in the first place.
You make it seem like it's okay for you to do what you just did.
Excuses are needed in life. Imagine a life without an excuse. When you get to work late, what are you going to say? When you are coming prematurely, what are you going to say?
People give and make excuses to cover up for mistakes. That's the best way I can put it.
Because they're lazy, I think, generally. And sometimes they just make excuses because they want to. Some people are like that.
They just don't want to come out straight.
Why do you drop this plate here? Where else do you want me to drop it? You want me to drop it on your head? There was no other place for me to drop it. That's an excuse.
Excuses cannot be linked to anything serious, basically.
But I believe that a reason is you're already in motion to meet a commitment, then something happened. Yeah, that is beyond your control.
Most frequently used excuses.
I'm on my period.
I'm on my period.
Baby, I was just excited.
It wasn't really serious. I didn't know it was gonna get like that.
I'm not feeling well.
I don't give head.
Falari made me do it.
I didn't see your missed call.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I was in traffic.
I'm not around.
I look into it. I just woke up. NEPA took light. ATM is not dispensing. My token is bad.
If I was there, they wouldn't have robbed you.
We all give excuses once in a while, but I do my best. Like my HOD said in Lasso back in the days, never put yourself in a position to beg. Automatically, you never put yourself in a position to give excuses.
Excuses are necessary every day of your life.
They are very necessary, especially in Nigeria.
Because what will happen one day if your girlfriend just go into your DMs? What are you going to give? A reason? No, you need an excuse.
I do my best not to put myself in positions where I have to give excuses, especially if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I just accept I'm wrong. I don't give any excuses.
And you're welcome back. It's Men's Corner, and of course, the topic is still on excuses. Thank you very much to our male contributors who we walked in on.
I didn't walk in on them.
Yeah, well, so what are the most frequent...
You're an idiot, just FYI. Just putting that out there for the rest of the world.
What are the most frequent excuses that we give? I'd like to divide
As guys?
this. As guys, yeah. And then we'll
Generally,
talk about...
I've never met her.
I don't know her. We're
I don't
just
know
friends.
her. She just follows me on Instagram.
It sounds familiar. You would agree.
She was the one who sent me a DM.
Exactly. And then she's the one who has feelings for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even...
What am I going to do?
She's just a friend.
Huh.
She's just a colleague.
Wow.
You know, things like that.
I think we live the same lives.
No, it's more like these nudes. I got them from a porn. I got them from a porn site. Maybe she's a porn actress. I don't know.
I don't know how that got on my phone.
I don't know how I saved that number.
Yeah.
You know.
I've never met her.
I mistakenly saved your name as my pastor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There was that list.
Oh yeah,
that
I have a list of... So the thread I was talking about earlier, I just have a few more of the replies that some ladies sent. So this one says, I found out he was married with kids. When I confronted him, he said, what has that got to do with us and what we have? Another one says, he lied he wasn't going to go clubbing. I saw him in club photos on Instagram with a chick, and he claimed he didn't know how he got there.
It must have been the weed.
I'm like,
what's the one
why
about?
are men so silly? I saw a wet pants in the bathroom, and he said he bought it for me, but wanted to wash it first. He said he must have washed it too hard because it was fading. You men need to stop.
That's men. But what about?
If you're going to lie well.
What about the ladies?
There's actually one from a guy saying about a lady. He said she was cheating with a choir master, and she said she did it because sex with him made her sing better in church.
Wow.
Like, who says
No, that is an excuse.
Yeah.
That
I think that's
was
just bold face, like, you know what? Yeah. Just do what you want.
What the hell are you gonna do about it?
It's just for my singing.
Like, look,
I'm doing it for my voice.
you know what Whitney Houston had to do to become saying, yeah.
Now, what about, okay, so what is the most frequently used excuse for women then?
For women?
Yeah.
To guys?
Yeah.
I did it for us.
No. I did it for us. No, I did. No, don't play. Really? I did it for us. It's one of
Did
the.
what for us?
Whatever it is.
Are you okay?
Whatever it
Is
is.
Mazino trying to open this door today?
I'm not just talking about sex now, but whatever. It's like, what?
Oh, I'm talking specifically about sex.
Babe, I care.
Really?
That's why I did it.
I did it for us.
For what? Money? What? I don't get it.
Why does Mazino look so confused? Wait, how do you not know about this?
I don't. I'm confused.
Here's one of the worst I've heard. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I think with women, they're more emotional with excuses. It's always like,
Yeah.
but babe, I still love you.
But I don't know what I'm like.
And they get us. They
We are more
reel
just-
us.
I
They
think we are
reel
more
us back
stupid.
in like that. They're
We're more
like, you know.
stupid.
We just go left without.
We just go.
Is
But
there ever
they
a
go
time,
right to the
however-
What do you
emotions.
mean? What do you mean? Have you never fallen asleep?
Don't
and
ask me
woken up
that
and
question
there's
ever
a picture of
again. Don't.
Next to another man.
What's wrong?
Have you ever thought though? Is there a time when it's necessary? When excuses are necessary?
There's a Jewish idea that the truth, the honest truth, doesn't always benefit your close relationships the best. So it's not like you lie, but deferring the truth to be told at a later time is
Does help.
sometimes necessary.
I agree with that.
I agree with that actually. Very true.
However,
Don't spoil this train now, you just started.
No, hold on. However, 98% of the time, let's be honest, that men make excuses. We should just have come clean the very first time.
Like if you have a kid and you're about to get married, nah, that's not one of those times. No, don't.
Wait, what? Wait, you have a...
If you have a kid and you're about to get married, don't defer no truth.
So this is not a kid with the person you're getting married to?
No, of course not. It's like a kid from, from...
If you have those problems, please let me know. I'd like to see how this plays out. I promise you, if we make it into a TV show, you get partial rights as well.
You were not the father.
You are
not.
what's
that show called again?
Maury.
What was it? Yeah?
Maury.
Maury, yeah.
Interesting.
We need that in Nigeria. There's
no.
a lot.
No. As in,
There's a lot of fathers.
I heard a story recently.
No.
There's a lot of fathers.
Let's not have this
At a
conversation
restaurant.
today.
Who are not fathers to their
At a
boy.
restaurant,
Biologically.
a guy
Oh, boy.
and his friend, who happens to be a lady, both married, just having lunch. And then lady says something about the blood type, her husband, and their son and stuff like that. My first son is this. And then the guy who's a doctor says, no, that's not possible.
That's
That's not
not possible. That can be your
possible.
child.
Like, no, this is it. We've gone for the test. I know. What I'm saying is...
You can't both have this.
And make this.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what she said? Wow, my husband had better not find out then.
Are you serious?
I was shocked. I was like, what?
Did you go say word on ma? She's a real hero.
What? Oh boy. Oh, but anyhow.
There's a lot of stories like a lot of.
Either
stories
of you, are you guys excuse givers? Do you think?
I-
Be honest.
I've been a notorious, like I've been in the Guinness Book of World Records as an excuse giver at some point in my life. So yeah, I've done that. I'm sorry.
Thank God I'm not alone. Let's find out what the ladies think about excuses, and we'll be right back on Men's Corner.
Excuses are the reasons you give for not doing things that you don't want to do, I guess.
Mostly for losers who can, stand up straight and just say it as it is. Just be blunt. Just come out open and just say, okay, this is it, this is that. But instead, they're just wobbling, dabbling, climbing up, coming down, going crooked.
Those are the stories, mostly lies, you come up with when you know that you've messed up.
Like I literally have a box full of excuses. I can pull one without even looking, and I always have the right one. An excuse is the reason why I'm here today. Anything to get out of something is an excuse.
Or you're trying to cover up your mess up, so you say something completely different, trying to take attention away from your mess up. That's your excuse.
Either you got caught lying and you're trying to wiggle out of it, or you're like me and you're very lazy and you don't like to do any house chores. You always look for an excuse. I mean, my knee hurts, so I can't wash the plates. How will it take me late?
And people make excuses when they don't want to do certain things, and so they come up with reasons so they don't do them.
Yeah. It's like therapy for me right now, because I feel like, you're trying to find out why I am the way I am. So let me see. Why do I make excuses?
Well, it could be you don't want to hurt the person.
They're easy to make, and they're so unbelievable that they're believable, and it gets me out of doing things I don't want to do, basically.
Excuses are never necessary. Like, don't.
A lot of people say, oh, if you like someone and you truly care for them, you won't lie to them. You won't. I don't think so. Sometimes you just don't want to hurt them.
If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And if I don't feel like I need to explain it to you, then I wouldn't. So I try as much as possible not to give excuses when I don't need to.
People give excuses all in the name of, oh, I don't want to lose my friend, or I don't want to lose this relationship, or I don't want to. So they just come up with something that you just be okay, cool, I've heard.
An excuse in itself is a reason, but it's just your reason for not wanting to do something. So an excuse is a reason.
I think a reason is just more honest. Like, it's something you can actually hold. An excuse is just something you're looking at the person like, seriously?
When you have carefully thought out your action, and to you it made sense, you considered yourself, you considered the situation, you considered the other person, that's when you have a reason.
The minute you wake up and you have a meeting for 9 a.m. and you know that you're not going to make it, or you don't feel like, you need an excuse. You're going on a date and you're like, I ain't about this life right now. Get an excuse. If you need excuses, I have a lot. Trust me. I have like a reservoir. I've been using excuses since I was a kid. Wow.
Welcome back, Men's Corner. Final segment for the topic excuses, and would like to find out.
You guys are bad luck.
What's your excuse for that?
Do
My brother did.
excuses ultimately translate into guilt?
I don't know that I feel, but my wife tells me it always shows. Whenever I try to give that host, she just looks at me. She's like, okay. Then the next day she's like, you know, you're lying,
guilt.
right?
That's guilt.
I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. She says my eyebrow, my nose. There's something she says she looks at, and just knows, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to embarrass you. I just let you go.
Yeah, just let it slide.
What do you think?
I think that the minute you make an excuse, if it's a person who knows you, or if it's a person who's familiar with the situation, there's almost no way that they have no inkling that you're just full of BS. They know.
They always know. Or they
They
almost
always
always know.
Almost always.
I think yes. I think ultimately it
And I think
translates
it
into guilt.
erodes your self-confidence if you make too many excuses.
Yeah, exactly. It would.
It
That-
does-
oh,
it
definitely.
does that
If it
horrible
doesn't,
thing.
you're not normal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so the less. Oh, hey, that pretty much leads us where we're going. Do's and don'ts. you know, when it comes to excuses, what would be your do's or don'ts?
So typically I would say, you know, do what you do if it's not going to hurt anyone. But this is the one scenario that I think it does hurt pretty much every time. If you've got to make an excuse, make sure there was absolutely no other way that scenario could have played out. If you can do something about it to make sure that you don't have to make excuses, do something about it. Because the truth is, making excuses might get you off the hook for the moment, but in the long term,
It'll haunt you.
it does tremendous damage to your ability to believe in yourself and what you're capable of. And that's almost always irreparable.
What about you?
And we need excuses to leave, man. I'm sorry. I don't even know that I have a do or a don't. I mean, I can't say don't make excuses. So maybe this is probably one of those do as I say, not as I do. Because I don't know that I'm about to stop. It's not like I can't or I don't want to, but I know that it will come up. And I will still have to make excuses. So, I mean,
I'll just
be smart about it.
I'll just say, try not to. I think you could live a life without it. Giving all those excuses.
No, you can't.
It's
No.
listen. It's
No,
like when
man,
you're
no.
given a
No.
target at work.
These are unrealistic
They're like,
expectations
give
you're
us 60
setting now.
billion naira. They know you can't bring 60 billion naira. Bring 6 million. You'll still keep your job. Yeah, but I'm just trying to set that high standard and say, try not to live a life where you have to make excuses. Those moments will come where you have to. Okay, but if you have a standard and say, I don't need excuses, I won't give excuses, fine, set it. Try and meet it. You're human, you will fail, but at least you
You'll
said
have
it
tried.
anyway.
Yeah, true,
So that's the way I see
Don't
it.
listen to Mazuno. Do not listen to Mazuno.
Oh boy.
It's impractical.
Nah, but trust me, I think, you know. Anyway, give it a try.
And excuses can be quite sexy sometimes.
Really.
No.
When you apologize later
No.
and it gets emotional.
You don't ever put
And you
excuses
have,
sexy.
and you have makeup sex. after
No,
that.
show is going to the dumps. Guys, we're done.
You're
Thank
getting
you.
me.
You have a point. You have a solid point here.
Thank you guys very much for joining us this evening. Late night shows are always the best, aren't they? Especially with these guys here, Andre Blaze, Ebuka, and myself, Mazzino. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode. Watch out for the reruns, because, yeah, we're going to have them. All right, so we're out. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Don't leave without a reason, then come back with an excuse, because it doesn't make sense.
Don't make it too believable. Trust me. The human mind is, I don't know how messed up, but when you actually give an excuse that is unbelievable, it sounds believable in their mind. But once it's believable, something that they can relate to, they really don't care.
Do your best not to put yourself in a position to always give an excuse.
Don't be known to be an excuse giver every time, because maybe on a day or at a time where you genuinely need an excuse to do something, people will just think that you're just, pulling rabbits out of a hat together and stuff. So yeah.
Come on, you are a smart person. I don't know why I'm teaching you this kind of thing. You know all these things. You do it every day. Just know that if you are going to give an excuse, make sure it's one that counts. And don't use excuses all the time, or else it will be useless.